focus. There we go. What's up YouTube? Dale here from Zephyr Wargames. We are here with Joe, and as requested, he is doing his updated DDD deck profile. Now he's done some tweaks and twerks as he always does with this deck. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some crazy concoction that probably shouldn't work but does in there. But this is his standard updated DDD deck profile, so without further ado, we're going to crack straight into that. Off you go then, Joe.
Cool. As you all know, with DDDs, you've got to have the 3 Abyss Ragnaroks. The big boss monster of the deck, main deck, goes into your combo plays. Your rank 8 plays with Thomas. I've gone for 2 because I play the 1 Doom King Armageddon. I've seen different ratios, ratios of just 3 Thomas, no Doom King, the 2 Thomas and 1 Doom King, even 3 Thomas and a Doom King, which I think is a bit crazy, but if you're playing trade then that works. But I've gone for this has gone very well for me. I like the Doom King purely for the fact he's a nice 3k beat stick, easy to special summon level 8 that you just need, and being the extra target for Thomas means I don't have to waste a Ragnarok to just do the rank 8 plays, so I don't have to waste him for that. And then for the pendulums, get rid of those first. 1 Orthodos. When I first got the support, I didn't have it. I had him in, then I took him out. Realised he's actually really good for getting rid of those really problematic floodgates and back rows that you just don't want to deal with. Being a level 4 tuner as well, kind of with a Gauze-like effect, does actually save you pretty well. And again, being a level 4 tuner, you can go into things like Siegfried very easily. The 3 Keplers, Stratos of the deck to Searcher and everything else, that's a contract name. So you've got to have that. Being a scale 10 as well, you can go into your pendulum plays, which does actually happen a lot if you're in this situation, which I have actually been. Even sometimes to start off the combo, I'll pendulum just go into it. And then the 3 Copernicus, the ratio does jump around a lot with different players. I've gone for 3 just because it's a combo piece. It gets you into your combo pieces. Being a Foolish Burial on legs is actually really good. I am thinking of maybe dropping it to 2 and maybe putting the Foolish Burial back in, just so I don't have to waste a normal summon, but so far 3 Copernicus has been doing very well. And then you obviously your greens, your Swirl Slimes and your Necro Slimes for all your fusion plays, shenanigans, and your special summon plays with Swirl Slime secondary effect. Gotta play those. And then your 3 tuners, Lamias, the heart and soul, well not the heart and soul, but the missing piece we were needing to make this deck work, as well as it does. So that's all your DDDs that you play. Then for the non-DDDs, I've gone for a weird hand trap, so 2 Max Cs, not weird at all though. You need your draws, you need the stuns and all that. But I've just started playing around with 2 Effect Veilers. I was revamping the deck last night, and last night in terms of recording this video, and I had 2 spaces left over, and I didn't know what to fit them in. So I thought I'll slap in Effect Veilers, just see how it goes. And it's been doing quite well. I did a little playtesting against my mate's Proxy Zodiacs with maximum crisis support, and Effect Veiler actually helped quite a bit. Being able to stun some of his plays and forcing him to go into a different situation. So, and I also gone for Effect Veiler 4 now instead of the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. It's because it's a level 1 tuner. So I was actually able to make a play work because of that. I was able to just normal summon and go into further synchro plays. So that's the main monsters in the deck. We'll move on to spells. But in terms of with Effect Veiler, I will be trading out for a Ghost Ogre once the Zodiacs are fully released, and I start seeing them at locals, just because the pop is actually quite helpful. Or it might even be for DD Crow, who knows. Still testing around. Spells, 3 gates, obvious, your tanky of the deck. 2 allures. This was actually recommended by friend Carl, Zephyr. I did play at 3, but he advised me to drop it down to 2, and since then it's actually been doing very well. And sometimes, because even in testings, I did realise that you go through 1, you go through 2, you go through your third one, and that third one messes up your whole hand. So I've dropped it down to 2 because of that, and it's actually been doing very well. So I advise you, give it a go, see how it works. There we go. The unfortunate card of my deck now is 2 Pot of Desires. I got this just before our regionals, and Pot of Desires, I can't deny it. You can't deny it. Pot of Desires is a really, really strong card. It extends your combo plays without actually negging you in terms of hand, and so I've gone. So the 2 Desires are in. This can though be traded for trade-in. Where art thou? Anything to just search, get your combo pieces into your hand. So for all you budget players out there, I advise trade-ins. If you do, up your level 8s, just to get that consistency. Where art thou to search all of your level 1s. It's actually pretty good, especially if you are going to play the Effect Veiler. So
Why have you got the Effect Veiler in there for, sorry?
Yeah, so it's alright. I had 2 spaces left over, and so I thought, let's try some things out. I put Effect Veiler in, and it's actually going pretty well.
What are they mainly for? What are you targeting them?
Yeah, they're good for the they're in here to test out against the Zodiacs. So, and then anything like Terratop, they go Terratop, go for the search, you go Effect Veiler. Either slows them down, shuts off the whole play, or forces them to go into another route.
Yeah, because I mean, what I've seen, the only reason I ask is what I've seen through Zodiacs is you Effect Veiler them. Yes, it slows them down by a material.
Yeah.
Because obviously you Effect Veiler, let's say that's whatever. Let's say they've only just started, so they go Broad Bore, then they go into Tiger or whatever to get their route off. You Effect Veiler that, yeah, it means they've then got to put another material on top. But Ghost Ogre,
yeah, I did say,
absolutely wrecks them.
The only annoying thing is Ghost Ogres are free.
Yeah.
So I might try and put in things like Odd Eyes, like extra level 7 plays. That way Ghost Ogre's got another
more ways of helping you out.
Actual ways
I get it, like obviously Effect Veiler, if you need a tuner on board, you go bang, you a tuner, worst case scenario. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. But it's all things to be testing. And then round up the spells, we've got 2 Swamp Kings. This can be dropped down to 1 if you want, but I like the 2 because I play the Desires. I don't want to banish Night only Swamp King. And then the 1/1 for 1 to round up the spells. Strangely enough, not a big spell count, but it works. And then for traps, you've got the 1 Witch, really good card, you've got to play it, my opinion. Vanity's Emptiness, while we still have it, play it. Shuts off decks, you can't go wrong. And then I've gone for 2 strikes because I can't afford dimensional barriers. So I've gone for strikes, which works just as well.
Alternatives to dimensional barrier, there's that, is it Ghastly something or other?
Ooh.
Oh, I need to search it out. Continue with that, I'll search it out and I'll, I know what I mean. I know the picture. They said the picture is like it's a photo frame on the wall with like ghosts.
Oh yes,
it's like Ghastly something or Grizzly something or
Grisdale Prison.
Yeah, Grisdale Prison. That's it.
Grisdale Prison is actually a good, I think, good thing to mention. If you're a budget player, it's a really good budget alternative. You can go and keep your fusion out and play Grisdale Prison. The opponent cannot synchro or exceed, and synchro or exceed effects are negated. It's actually a good budget option if you don't want to afford the strikes as well, because they have gone up. So that and a few other things are actually pretty good. The trap lineup is essentially all up to you. It's all personal preference. I just gone for these 4 traps. So that's that. Extra deck, 2 Flame Kings. This can be up to 3 if you really want to. I just gone for 2 because I have never seen myself going to the 3rd one. And then 1 D-Arc, this can go up to 2 if you want a budget build. It's no harm going up to 2. So there's that. Dragon King Beowulf, really good monster, level 8 for your rank 8 plays. All your DDs do pierce, and it's a heavy storm when it's your next standby phase. And then I've gone for the Wave Oblivion Caesar, just because I like the option of having a bigger beat stick than my opponent and to get rid of problematic boards and monsters that my opponent has, and it does cause OTKs. You can't go wrong with that. Synchros is a big synchro lineup: the Omega, Starlight, Crystal Ring, and Siegfried. So I've gone for these. These two are standard in all DDD decks. Can't go on with those. These two, I have an Omega, so I'm playing the Omega. And the Starlight, I've just recently put him in there. Because again, looking through the extra deck, I realised I was having like 1 or 2 spaces free. So I've thrown in Starlight for the extra OTKs, massive board wipes, and just all that. But he might be taken out for maybe an extra level 7 synchro, especially with the addition of the Ghost Ogre. I'll probably throw in like an Odd Eyes Absolute, which is something I want to test out. But for 7s, I've gone for Gust King, we need, and Clearing is my other level 7 option. Really good carding, I think, against Zodiacs and playing off against them, being the more they target, so Clearing can actually get you some nice negations there and some extra protections. And then to round up the synchros, the Formula Synchron. This, I've noticed a few people that are struggling to get Formula Synchron because the price does fluctuate a lot.
Oh, mate, Secrets are 15 quid.
It's ridiculous, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Joke for a card that was like, what, £1
Yeah.
before these came out. I feel so sorry for that. What was, you found a budget version?
Yeah.
Not with the draw?
Yeah.
But what was it called?
Don't lose. You lose the draw, but he's called. I think it's like Parsecs, the purple little purple dragon. He's another level 2 synchro tuner essentially. He does actually have a nice effect. I think like all of monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack, which is actually not bad. It can get you some nice beat sticks overs. Maybe get your Genghis to get crash over something. He's not bad. That's actually a really good budget option. I think you can get like playsets for like 99p or something on eBay. It's actually really good. And for the XCs, I've gone for my 2 8s, the standard 8s of Kali Yuga and Titanic. And then I've gone for an extra XCs, which is Ghost Trick Dullahan. I found you could go an extra synchro tuner, but I found the XCs is actually more coming more clutch because sometimes you get 2 Lamias, which is a very odd, or even just 2 Necro Slimes or Kepler's, all that. And so I found the Dullahan's actually been quite useful to me. It helps me get over problematic boards and all that stuff. So that's really.
So that's the main deck. So a couple of quick questions. Because this is what everyone always points out to. Number 1. So DDD's biggest weakness at this moment in time is Kaiju's Lava Golem, like, you know, the tribute kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, what advice do you give people to either side or main to stop that happening?
Main deck, you can main things like Vanity's Fiend, while we still have him as well. That's actually a pretty good option. My side deck contains of 2 Fiends and 2 Mask Restricts. Mask Restrict I used to have with Magic Spectres were all about, and all the stuff needs to be tributed, so Mask Restrict actually got...
They've actually gone down in price as well, Mask Restrict.
Which is actually pretty good, because Mask Restrict just stops tributing altogether, and we don't tribute. The only time you tribute if you do main Vanity's Fiend, so it doesn't hurt us at all. So if Kaijus are all about in your locals, you can actually take out the strikes and even try maining the restricts if you really want to. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's what I face off for that.
Secondly, obviously Maxi. Now it's very, very hard to kind of stop Maxi when it happens.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you feel of Droll and Lockbird?
Droll and Lockbird.
How many times do you add? So basically, Droll and Lockbird is when your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, except by drawing it, during either player's turn, you drop that card, and neither player can add cards from their deck to the hand.
It's actually not a bad option.
Obviously, What's It Face works as well. I think is Mistaken Arrest, the quick play. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that can stop your opponent going off.
Yeah.
The only issue is I think both of them lock you out from adding to your hand. So I don't know how. During
either player's turn, if your opponent adds cards from the deck to the hand, except you can send this card from the hand to graveyard. Versus turn, neither player can add cards. It will slow you down to the sense you can't add. But if you play your...
But how many times do you add? This is what I'm saying, because, I mean...
You generally add once if you have to play the game.
Exactly, but surely you use the gate first thing.
Yeah.
So you'll use the gate before they've activated Max C.
Definitely.
Now, yes, they'll get one draw, but obviously I play the... Sometimes I'll take on the Max C challenge, sometimes I won't. But obviously when someone drops the Max C on you, you obviously feel like you don't know if you want to give them that many draws. So it was just thoughts as, this is an alternative. So the second they activate, obviously, I think mistake and arrest, you can just... I've got one over here. The only difference with that one is, with Droll and Lockbird, is, yes, it's a hand trap, but they have to add to their hand first, so they're going to get one draw.
There's actually, you could go with, so let's say, might as well do this. Let's say you go with your, you summon your Kepler, use your Kepler to add your...
Oh, a mistake and arrest won't help, sorry, because they can't add, neither player can add cards from their deck to the hand except by drawing them.
Yeah.
The only other one is shared ride, but that just helps you draw the exact same time. So that is probably your better option.
Yeah. So you could go Kepler, search your gate, activate your gate, and then search your swell slime. Now, what you can do in your game 2, if you main the card, activate Wear Off now. Because you control level 1, you can search your Droll and Lockbird.
So Droll and Lockbird.
So now you don't even have to play the Droll and Lockbird.
But your
for them
opponent
to stop
knows
Max C.
The second they drop Max C,
you're going to change.
You're going to play
Droll and
Lockbird.
So it makes the Max C pointless, and then you can do all of your plays. You've done your 1 searches.
Obviously, the biggest issue is if you were to go full power out on your best combo, they get what, like 10
Maybe
plus
7
draws?
to 10 draws.
7 to 10 draws, which obviously can be devastating. And trust me, I lost a DDD game, not because they drew into it from the Maxi, but because their next draw was the game-winning card. So if I hadn't pushed for that extra, especially someone under Maxi, it wouldn't have happened. And obviously I can imagine it happened to you quite a few times. Is
Definitely.
What they've drawn from Maxi has changed the game. So, like I said, there's very, very few cards in the game that stop Maxi. Whereas, you know, Droll and Lockbird might be an option for you guys at home. It's not that expensive either. I think it's only like a couple of quid in like Super. You can probably pick it up in Common as well.
I got 2 rares myself.
There you go. So that might be another option for you guys at home. Keeping it on a budget, and if you're worried that someone's going to Maxi you and change the game for the worse, that can help you feel a little bit light-hearted and just say, that's fine, drop your Maxi, you can replace it with 1 card, but I'm just going to go Fusion, Synchro, Revive, and I'm going to end up on my big board and hope that you don't draw into your Kaijus. Because, I mean, obviously, Max C challenges, there's more chance that they're going to draw into do it. That will be it from Joe and his DDD profile. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, guys, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course, duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left-hand corner.